Hello.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Wulff Den Live, episode 150, the one where we see how long I can go before I just pass out from exhaustion.
Really? You're gonna play that? You're gonna pull that card?
So tired.
You're always tired.
I'm like more tired than usual though. Like my eyes have been heavy all day.
It's all that Stan Lee you did.
It's all that Stan Lee-ing I did. The things I do for Stan.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Emily. Hello, and Irv. Hello, AJ. Hello, Tommy. Hello, everybody.
Hello, anyone and everyone who is here.
There you go. Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, a little slow to start there.
I'm slow, and I was trying to write out my tweet that the show was live.
Right.
Because I'm promoting the brand, Bob.
Thank you. It's a pretty chill day today, but there's a lot to talk about, but it's all nothing.
There's a lot, but there's not much of it, if that makes any sort of sense.
No.
We have topics. We don't have a lot of topics.
They're interesting. Like some of the stuff in here is pretty damn interesting.
There's not a lot of topics, but there is a lot we can say about each topic.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at.
And you'll notice we're in sync.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yes, we did a test before, and then we did a live test. For anybody who's
That's
here,
a new thing.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that, I guess, just to make sure you're all not like it's out of sync.
Wait, Beats says the sync is off, and Matt says rip audio.
Damn it.
No. Alias is good audio too.
Okay.
Wow, I'm gonna go with him.
All right.
You know, I think the other guys are trolling.
Yeah, you better be trolling.
Ban everybody who lies to us.
Yeah.
Aiden says sync is off. I'm leaving. Bye. You're making me scared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check.
For anybody who's that's a new thing. Yeah. We're gonna
It is off. Did you just watch the Detective Pikachu trailer?
I did, like before.
Was that the first time you watched it?
No, I've seen it before. I just wanted a refresher.
So we got to talk about that.
Yes, we do.
I have an article here that is just the screenshots from it because one of the biggest points of contention here is whether or not it's creepy, or if it's cute, or if it's at all what they should have done in the first place.
Yeah, I think that aesthetically with the Pokemon, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and fix the sync. But while I do that, Will, you have to talk about your thoughts about the Detective Pikachu trailer.
All right. Well, to be quite honest, I liked it, and I didn't think I would like it, and I'm actually kind of excited for it. I did like the way they created the world. It's like sort of futuristic, but not really. I thought that I actually liked the design of most of the Pokemon. I thought they like blended well into the real world. I think Ryan Reynolds is a great Detective Pikachu. I would have liked Danny DeVito too, but I think he'll be good. I like that Ken Watanabe is in it. He needs to be in everything.
He's the most famous Japanese actor as of right now.
Currently.
And that's pretty much the only reason why he's in it.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, what else is there?
Yeah, in terms
he's good. He was awesome in Godzilla.
He's awesome in everything.
But why was he in Godzilla?
Yeah. He's the most like crossover appeal between West and East. He's still out of sync?
Yeah, still checking.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, you don't really get a lot in the trailer. You see that Justice Smith's character is going to be a cop, but he's nothing like his dad. His dad was the best. I was going to be a Pokemon trainer, but that was a lifetime ago thing. And then I guess they're going to uncover... Sounds like Pikachu has his own mysteries. He's trying to uncover that sink into what happened with Justice Smith's father. And they get into sort of the Pokemon underbelly, the seedy underbelly of things, where they get chased by Greninjas and Charizards. I did like how, they showed a lot of Pokemon from all the generations, but I like how this trailer specifically focused on Gen 1 characters, and Greninja I recognize from Smash. So, like, they didn't show, like, everything. They showed, like, the important ones, the ones that even a casual could recognize. Because, like, everybody knows the Gen 1 characters, but, like, Greninja is one of the few, because of Smash, that, non-Pokemon fans can easily spot.
I think I fixed it.
All right.
But I gotta check one more time.
All right. Clap, clap.
And I'm gonna bring my mic over here.
All right, yeah, good. So
while I do this,
so we can talk.
I see. This is why. See, I don't know. I checked before we while we did we were live.
We were live.
So there's no reason for this to have done it this way. Netstrive, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Yes.
What's the name of the Switch case that has an offset design?
Switch case that has an offset design?
I think he means the Satisfy.
Yeah, if you mean the grip, the Switch grip, that's by Satisfy Games. Is it Satisfy Games, or what's the name of their company?
Just
Satisfy?
I think it's just Satisfy.
All right, yeah, Satisfy. It's really good. It's really comfortable. I like it because it does help you with the C-stick, or right analog stick, as it were. So yeah, check them out. It's a good price, and you get a good case with it. So
I think we're good now.
all right.
But now I like being over here now.
We should get you like a camera over there.
Oh, I have a camera over here actually.
Yeah, so you can just.
But no, I want to pull up while I'm over here. I pulled up a Polygon has screenshots from the Pikachu trailer. The Detective Pikachu trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You got. Oh, they actually broke down every single Pokemon that's in it.
That's nice of them.
Flabebe, Comfy, Fearow. I know Fearow.
Yes, that sounds familiar.
This is all the stuff that's in the opening shot, I guess.
Yeah.
Braviary, Dodrio. That's another one.
Yes.
Bofalant and Charmander. Oh yeah, Charmander's running around over there.
Yeah.
Psyduck and Gengar. Psyduck he's looking like what's that guy? Howard the Duck.
Yes.
He's looking very
Howard the Duckish.
Very Howard the Duck movie. Howard the Duck the movie.
Yes. They have Gengar and Jigglypuff in the background of this particular picture, but those are clearly like Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons.
In the background.
In the background,
there's also people who are dressed up as they're not dressed up as Pokemon, but they're wearing blue, and they have like vests that sort of look like Squirtle's chest.
This is clearly for a parade.
They look like they're part of the Squirtle Squad. Yeah, this guy right over here.
Yeah.
You can
I see him. I have the picture blown up.
And then to the left, they're off screen. I think there's people who are dressed up like Gengar. So there's gangs.
No, because Gengar is clearly
they're not gangs, but they're part. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they're
this is part of
the
a parade showcase. If there were going to be gangs, and I wish I took a picture of them. It was 2 years ago at New York Comic Con. People were dressed like the Squirtle Squad, but they looked like an actual gang with leather jackets and patches and bandanas and sunglasses. They looked awesome. I wish I took a picture of it, but I kind of hope that's the way they look in this movie.
There's Psyduck and Pikachu again.
Yeah.
Pikachu, of course. How do you feel about the fur? Did you always picture him as a furry boy?
See, that's the thing. The cartoon and the games and stuff, they don't draw them with fur or scales or anything.
Right.
So they're always just flat. But it would make sense to give them some sort of texture. And I guess I never pictured them to be this furry. I guess the way Pokémon Tournament did it.
I'm actually pulling up Pokémon right now.
Did it a lot better. It's much more subtle.
Some people were like, I picture Pikachu as slimy skin.
Well, if he's supposed to be a mouse, he has to have some sort of fur on it. Because they're all based on something.
Well, yeah, in Pokémon, Pikachu does not have fur. But, what's his name? The other guy, the blue guy. What the hell's his name?
Oh.
I know his name.
Lucario? Yeah.
He has fur.
I'm pretty sure.
I think Pikachu has a little bit of fur.
Yeah, no, Pikachu has fur. He just doesn't have as much fur as Lucario does.
I'm trying to get a better shot. I know when you see Sonic with fur. It's hard to tell.
Oh, yeah, no. Sonic with fur looks weird.
No, I think he does have. I think Pikachu does have a little bit of fur.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And this new one, he's got a whole lot of fur. He's scraggly looking.
Yeah.
And I guess he's an electric type. Static.
Yeah.
Makes a little bit of sense, I guess. Who the hell is Emolga?
Emolga?
Emolga. I don't know who that is. Squirtle and Pancham in posters. Okay. Bulbasaur.
Emolga. Go back. Those are those little things on top of the...
Oh, over here. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Bulbasaur and Morello. Bulbasaurs are looking damn good.
I saw somebody tweet, like, it was a reference to Jurassic Park when he sees the dinosaurs moving in herds. He goes, they move in herds. They do move in herds.
Jigglypuff is probably the most terrifying of all.
Yeah,
these.
Jigglypuff, definitely not a furry Pokemon. Like, I don't care
should
who you are.
should never have ever been a furry Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't care who you are, no matter how you slice it. Jigglypuff is not a furry Pokemon.
There's hair coming out of the ears.
Yeah, it's too
and it's
much.
the same type of hair as the top of his head.
Yeah.
Not a fan at all.
No.
It should have just been a smooth... Well, but it's hard. When you go in this realistic route...
Yeah.
Jigglypuff is peach-skinned, so he would have, like, human skin.
Yeah. That little, like, swirl thing, that's definitely hair.
Right.
Like, it would be weird if it was just, like, a tail on his head.
Right.
So, like, I'll give him that, but, like, everything else just doesn't
I feel
fit.
like this is how Jigglypuff had to be, except for the hairy ears.
Yeah.
But Jigglypuff is proof that maybe this wasn't the style they should have done at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, Machamp and Primate. Oh, they're in the poster in the background.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Charizard. A lot of people have a problem with Charizard too because he looks ugly as hell.
Yeah.
But like he's scary. He's terrifying.
supposed to be terrifying. Yeah. A big scaly monster.
But I guess people want him to be cute.
Yeah. No, Charizard was never cute. Charmander is cute. Charmeleon is a weird pimply teenager that everybody wants to forget.
Yeah, Charmander was in the opening shot and he looked fine.
Yeah.
He looked totally fine.
Yeah.
Greninja, he looks dope right
Yeah,
here.
Greninja looks cool.
Somebody in the chat earlier said that he has fur. And I don't see that at all.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a frog.
Yeah, he should be smooth. I don't see fur. Maybe he does have fur, but I don't see it. It says a group of Greninjas attack, slashing their slimy fingers across the camera. Catch a look at their tongue scarves. Greninja it appears, travel in packs and ambush unsuspecting passersby. Rufflet and Squirtle. Mr. Mime is another one that is bizarre. But he's supposed to be creepy.
Yeah. Well, also because like he's one of the more humanoid Pokemon.
Right.
So like that's not going to look kosher no matter how you slice it.
I'm actually kind of on board with how he looks. I think he might look the best because he's supposed to be creepy and weird.
Yeah. I mean, with that, with the whole creepy and weird aspect, yeah, he definitely...
He's not a good-looking Pokemon, period.
No.
But in this style, I think it works the best because I think they did fine here. I think they did fine. Except his gloves are terrifying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all in all, I don't know if this was the right... Like, I think the movie looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
I
don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, right? I was not expecting this to be good at all.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be good. I wasn't expecting it to look good. I still don't think it looks that... Like, I'm still weirded out by it.
I think overall it looks good. I mean, the Pokemon are hit and miss. Like, I think Pikachu actually looks fine. I think Charizard looks fine. Greninja looks good. Bulbasaur and Squirtle look good. Mr. Mime is weird. Jigglypuff is weird. Some of the other ones are very weird. Psyduck is weird, honestly.
Psyduck is really weird.
I think he's kind of supposed to be.
I think it looks like it's put together well, like the movie. I think it looks like it's going to be good, but I feel like this art style is not. I think they could have done something like Pokken.
Yeah.
Pokken is like when I picture like a high resolution Pokemon. Pokken did a really good job, but I guess some sort of movie studio head
still kind of cartoony, and they're definitely like wanted to have like real people in this world, and they can't really like have like. It's kind of like in the Ninja Turtles movies. Like they have to make the Ninja Turtles look somewhat realistic. So they made them look more like turtles, like with like scales and like hard shells and things like that.
You're saying the original Turtles movies or the newer ones?
Yeah, the new ones can go to hell.
Yeah, the older ones they looked they did look a little too realistic and slimy, but still they're cuter than the newer ones.
Yeah, no,
newer ones are like rough.
Yeah, rough and just disasters.
Yeah, everybody who's saying that the audio's unsynced, you gotta hit that live button.
Yeah,
because you're pissing me off. I think that they could have. There's a way to have done it where they kept the cuteness.
I think so too.
But then it would have been like a little bit of a Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
type style,
that's the thing. Like they clearly wanted these to be depicted as realistic animals, not cartoon characters.
Yeah.
So they had to do something. They had to give them scales and fur and things like that.
Right. Yo, Reedith, thank you for the $5. Did anyone else notice that Mr. Mime's shoulders are literally textured like dodgeballs? Yes, and they're both textured differently.
I gotta look at that.
I couldn't really zoom in, but the left, his.
Oh my god, yeah, it does
His
look like
right
a dodgeball.
one is like checkered, and the other one is like curved lines, but maybe it's just maybe it's a moire pattern.
Maybe, yeah. Oh,
Very
that's
bizarre.
funny.
AJ says Pokken is definitely as real as I'd want the games to look, but they did need to go further for the live action.
Yeah.
I don't. People are still saying that there's audio problems. Yeah, I here's why they went a little too far. Will, does this look, this whole realistic look, does it look familiar to you? Have you seen realistic Pokemon before?
Not really.
You never seen any fan art of
I
realistic
mean, I've seen
Pokemon?
fan art.
Yeah, you have, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
but,
people who like try to.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, they got the freaking guy who did it.
Yeah.
Who did the realistic fan art. They just straight up hired him. Because what happened was they probably had a mood board. Some Warner Brothers bigwig had a mood board, and they were like, what do we want for this new Pokemon? And they were like, oh, let's see what they look like. Oh, how do we make them look a little more realistic? Ooh, realistic Pokemon. And then they found the freaking dude, what's his name? Artist RJ Palmer, who's been doing this for years. He's been redoing all of the original Pokemon, all the original 151, like a realistic version.
Yeah.
Can I make this bigger?
I just got to Mewtwo and I want to die.
Mewtwo's weird looking. Like, these are purposely weird, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's an art project. But to see this and to go, I want that. Like, it's a little weird.
Mewtwo looks like the original design of the newborn alien from Alien Resurrection, where it had both male and female genitalia.
Let me get to it. Lugia, like, some of these look, I mean, these all look awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I want, like, I don't want a movie like this,
Yeah, I mean, the movie looks like it's sort of a hybrid of the two styles.
Yeah, they took it down a notch.
Keeping the textures, but like the overall design still close to the...
Yeah, Mewtwo is terrifying.
Yeah.
And Mew is just an embryo.
I know.
Why is Mew an embryo?
I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense.
He was he was before
Yeah.
Mewtwo, but he's not you got Mewtwo from Mew.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's all weird. I don't like it. But again, this looks great.
Mewtwo looks like the original design of the alien newborn. And if you look on his stomach, that's both a penis and a vagina.
Yep. I can confirm. There's a big old PV.
Yeah. Oh my god, that is a weird.
That'd be
movie.
really cool if Mewtwo was in Detective Pikachu. That'd be dope. As long as he doesn't look like that, though.
Yeah.
But I'm happy they hired a fan artist. That's not something.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Something I would typically think Nintendo would do.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically they didn't. It was Legendary and Warner Brothers and the Pokemon Company. Nintendo probably would have sued him into oblivion, which we will get to.
The Flying Scaramony. Realistic Pokemon is horrifying. I think they're going to sell a whole lot of plushies of this Pikachu because he's going to be furry as hell.
Yeah.
They're going to have really realistic eyeballs, though, and it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
They could have, merchandised a little better if they made them like a little bit cuter.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the merchandise like looked more like they do in the games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games is just they're so simplified.
Yeah, well, because the games are clearly cartoons.
Yeah.
Like they're going with a more cartoony art style rather than a more realistic art style.
And they're iconic they're so.
That's another thing too. Everybody knows what Pikachu looks like. They can't really deviate from that design.
Right. And yeah, they really just took the regular design and made it realistic.
Yeah.
I also thought like this movie's called Pokémon Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
I think. I'm gonna look. That's what the trailer.
According to the IMDb profile, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they could have just called it Detective Pikachu because I feel like everybody knows who Pikachu is.
Yeah, but I feel like, Pokemon does have that brand name.
It does. I mean, they both do.
They both do, but I mean, Pokemon is, the headline.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Luis says realistic Gyarados looks like Leviathan in Final Fantasy.
I can see that.
Scott says, is the movie trailer hinting at Giovanni being the antagonist? Ooh. That's the thing. I was going to say, like, this movie, it's focusing on Detective Pikachu and not so much being a trainer and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some trainer stuff in it, but, like, people... I feel like if this is the like... what most people are going to see of the brand, they're going to see like a weird offshoot. This is a weird offshoot of Pokemon,
absolutely,
you know? This isn't a very good representation of what the whole brand is.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to be their flagship thing.
I mean, I feel like they're going to do their, because they said like the kid was going to be a Pokemon trainer. And there's very clearly a Pokemon battle arena at one point. Like we see Charizard in a cage, like ready to fight. So like
he's fighting Pikachu, and this Pikachu can. Oh no, he can't talk. Okay, because when Mewtwo, when Meowth learns to speak, he like can't do some moves or something.
Yeah,
he like gets rid of some moves in order to learn how to speak.
Yeah.
This Pikachu, I guess, doesn't have to do that because only this one guy can understand him, not everybody.
Yeah. So, but it does look like they're paying acknowledgement to like the more known aspects of Pokemon. Collecting them, training them, fighting. All that stuff.
Right.
So, but, the main focus is this other, like, mystery that he's wrapped up in.
Yeah, all of that traditional Pokemon stuff has to be in there.
Yeah.
And if it's not, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And then they need to make a lot more after this.
Yes.
And throw in red, blue, green, and maybe Ash.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Ash.
Yeah. Even though he's been on television for 20 years.
He's the most popular trainer. Nobody likes him.
Yeah. He's the creed of Pokemon trainers.
Yes, there you go. Tommy says, Bob, the guy will become a trainer because literally he talks to Pokemon and you can see another trainer talk to Pikachu. It's a talent. Quote, talent, he says. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, your father... Oh, no, he says your father was a good detective.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be a trainer. And I was looking at that ticket that he gets in the beginning. There's no date on it. It says date 12. That's all it says. And then it says he's going to... Where was it? Ryan City?
I thought he was in Ryan City.
Oh, okay. Then he's going to... Well, the ticket was for some... Yeah. I couldn't tell. So the whole movie, I guess, is taking place in Ryan City.
Yeah.
Well, he was from somewhere, and then he's going to Ryan City, and that's where this whole thing takes place. What game was that in?
Leaving Town is where he's going?
It started with an L.
Yeah, Leaving Town. He's from Rhyme City.
Rhyme City. I'm an asshole.
And he's going to Leaving Town.
You look up where Leaving Town is. Rhyme City. He's from Rhyme City?
Yeah.
Is a setting of the game Detective Pikachu and the movie of the same name.
Leaving Town is Gen 8.
Oh, okay, which one is that?
AJ.
Rhyme City, its location relative to other regions is unknown. The mention of Pokemon trainers, Pokemon rangers, Pokemon contests, and the Alola regions indicate that it is located in the same world as the core series game. So there's no region for Rhyme City.
Okay.
And what was the other one called?
Leaving Town.
Not Levittown?
No. Oh, Gen 8 is the one that's coming soon.
They did that on purpose.
Oh.
I typed in Levittown and I got Levittown. Can you look it up on Bulbapedia for me while I read the chat here?
All right.
We got a little something. Oh, $5 from Redith Graham. I think this is the second super chat. Also, I have to say, I didn't like the way the trailer showed the redhead character. Few seconds of her were very robotic compared to the main character. I didn't notice her until I saw the trailer a couple times. I didn't notice her until I saw the screenshots. So
yeah,
hopefully she's a bigger deal than she looked like in the trailers, because they barely showed anything about it. Yeah, Gen 8 is the next
Okay,
game.
Here we go. According to Bulbapedia, Tim, the main character of Detective Pikachu,
The game and the movie? Staying true.
is from Levittown, only in the movie. In the game, he's from Rhyme City, and in the movie, he lives in Rhyme City.
Okay.
This is according to Bulbapedia.
Is there a region for Levittown?
No. Rhyme City...
I just looked at it. There's no region.
There's no region, yeah. So there's probably no region for this either.
Okay. There's no Bulbapedia for Levittown at all?
No.
There's no entry?
No entry.
All right. Well, it looks like it's game exclusive. Thank you, Big Gangsta Panda. Gangsta Panda. Big Gangsta Panda for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, and who's this? Who's this? Jason McCowan. Thank you for becoming a member for 13 months. We missed that somehow. And Waffles Rock. You're goddamn right.
Damn right they do.
Being Twitch Prime sub a while ago. Oh, and Bruticus. 12 months in a row. Thank you. Ashley, thank you. Dario, thank you. Those were all before we started, I think. So thank you for becoming members, everybody. Now link those accounts to your Discord account so you can get videos early.
Yes.
Be on our supporter-only Discord. Justin says he was leaving town.
Yeah, that was the joke.
Okay. All right. Well, we can move on from this.
Yeah, let's do that.
The consensus is it's a little creepy, but I think the movie's going to be pretty good, and it might be the best video game adaptation. Has potential to. Yeah. I should have specified.
Although I really need to see Castlevania on Netflix, because apparently that's great.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking just movies. Because apparently that's good.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, because it comes out very soon. And by the time you're watching this, it'll probably be out. So I'm just going to talk about the Metascores. It's got an 81.
That's not bad.
Is it not bad?
I mean, in general.
Supposedly it's pretty good for a Pokemon game.
Really?
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, what do Pokemon games usually get?
I don't know.
AJ!
But yeah, the highest score looks like on Metacritic Games Right. I'll give it a 90. Vooks gave it a 90. I don't know who that is. Blah, blah, blah. Game Informer gave it an 85.
Game Informer does rate things a little high.
Yeah, because they got to sell them.
Yeah. IGN gave it an 83. GameSpot an 80.
IGN said, powerful friends and new mechanics make for a delightful return to the Kanto region in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So that was an 83% from IGN. I think it was the guy from Nintendo Life quote tweeted IGN and said something like, "What's the matter? Not enough water?" And I was like, "You're one outlet making fun of another outlet for that dumb stupid thing."
Yeah, that's too much. Only Sonic can make fun of IGN for too much water.
I don't like the too much water joke, because it was just conflated and blown out of proportion for no reason. There was too many water Pokemon.
Yeah,
that's what she was talking about, and everybody's like, "Oh, there's so much water in the games."
Well, no, like the summary box at the bottom.
It said
of
too much water. It did say that.
Yeah,
but the article was saying there's too many water Pokemon.
Yeah,
or the game has a slight.
There's
slant.
a lot of traversing through water. I think is what she was trying to say.
I thought it was water types. There's too many water types. I think it was
about a lot of the game you spend going through water, traveling the ocean.
Well, either way, there was a valid excuse for saying
and it wasn't
too much water.
A big deal. Right. But because it was put in the box at the bottom of the review.
And because it's IGN, everybody needs to hate on them.
Yes. But this is before there was a harassment scandal and a plagiarism scandal. So,
right.
you know.
Well, this was like around the time when everybody was like, let's get our pitchforks out and let's find a reason to hate these people.
Yeah. Let's make up a controversy instead of actually dealing with a real one.
Anyway, GameSpot gave it an 80 and said, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are delightful reimaginings of the series' origins and a deep RPG in their own right. It makes a lot of smart improvements on the original red, blue, and yellow while holding on to what made them so special in the first place. Fans of the series might be let down by the lack of features they've come to expect, but Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee take the Pokemon formula in some new and exciting directions.
All right, so it looks like, you know, the game's good. It, you know, maybe a different kind, but it still has all the elements that you expect from a Pokemon game.
I read a little bit of the IGN review just because I want to see what the deal is with the motion controls.
Yeah.
It's looking like the consensus is pretty much that it is weird to have to use motion controls. If you're in portable mode, the motion controls are limited and you hit A to throw the ball. So it's easier in portable mode.
Okay.
I heard that you can't use a Pro Controller at all.
Yeah.
And the difficulty of capturing Pokemon is weird because there'll be Pokemon that are the same level.
Yeah.
But if it's like a common Pokemon, it'll be easy to capture. But if it's an uncommon, it'll be harder to capture. Like it'll move around and stuff, and then that's hard. And that becomes a pain in the ass when they start moving around like that. So I'm a little annoyed at that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to use motion controls, but, you know, willing to deal with it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about the Pokeball Plus. I guess nobody has one yet.
Yeah.
But, Mark Murphy says, can you turn them off? No. You just have to play in portable mode if you want to
not use motion controls.
Yeah, or have the most limited motion controls possible. I still don't know how it would work. I'm excited to get my hands on it to figure out how capturing Pokemon works. And I was hoping to get a video out on Friday of how the motion controls will work, but I don't know if I will. Aiden says, yeah, use a Mayflash. I don't think that would work.
Yeah.
Because you can't use a Pro Controller.
Because the Mayflash just, pretends whatever you're connecting it, like, is a Pro Controller.
Yeah.
We got a $5 super chat from Kenyan Muirhead. Ash is a damn hero. Take that back. Also, they must have cast Bob as Jigglypuff in that movie.
Hey. Is that a hairline joke? No, his hair is going down.
Yeah. Bob's hair goes back.
Yeah.
And it just misses a spot over here. But otherwise, it goes back.
They don't see that.
Yeah.
It's never on camera. Now, Sean says, did you see that Hori revealed an awesome-looking wireless Hori pad controller?
I think Spawnwave just did a video on that.
He did?
Yeah. If it's
I think Hori's watching right now.
If it's the GameCube-shaped one...
The hell, Hori?
It's a GameCube controller that is basically just a Pro Controller.
Well, we got a lot of boxes over here.
Yeah.
And one of them's from Hori. Ooh. So that might be in there.
Yeah.
And if it's not, what the hell, Hori?
Stay tuned.
Well, I'm going to get myself Let's Go Pikachu.
Okay.
Because I wanted Let's Go Eevee, but you can't evolve Eevee. So what the hell's the point of having an Eevee?
Yeah. Can you capture other Eevees in Let's Go Eevee?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can just capture another one and you know, do it.
I'll settle for that.
All right.
So then that means theoretically you can also capture Pikachus in Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And if you want to evolve your Eevee, you can trade it and then trade it back, and then you can evolve it.
Well, no, it's gonna be my Eevee. I'm gonna keep that damn thing. Ain't no one else touching it.
Excuse me. So that's what we're gonna do. After this, I'm gonna buy Let's Go Eevee off of Amazon to your house.
Okay.
And then you're gonna get it. And then when I'm done with Pikachu, I'm gonna take yours and get all the exclusives and then trade it to myself.
Sounds good.
There you go. And then we'll both be able to talk about Let's Go Pikachu or whatever the hell we're doing. Are you gonna get the Pokeball Plus?
Kind of want to.
Yeah, right? I'm like super into it.
I mean, but the thing is, like, I play in portable mode all the time, so
that's not why I want it.
I know.
I want it.
It looks rad.
Yes. No, I want it because I don't have the wristband thing. I keep forgetting what that's called. I think it's called the It's something plus.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I never got that, and then it got really expensive for Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And I want to just be able to put my
It's called the Pokemon Go Plus.
Pokemon Go Plus, that's what it is. I want to just put my goddamn Magikarp in the Pokeball and then walk around with it so I don't have to leave the app open to get all these candies.
Yeah.
Oh, but you can put it in the Pokemon. Okay. So I watched AJ's video on Pokemon Let's Go. And you know how in order to get a Meltan,
it was like complicated or something.
The next evolution, you needed 400 candies or something.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you put them in the if you get enough, something like 20 candies or something, you put them in the Pokemon Park, whatever, where you trade it. There's little games and stuff where you can just farm candies. So I could put my goddamn Magikarp in that little Pokemon Park thing and shoot out candies. And finally, I have a Gyarados, Will.
$2 from Jesse McCowan, and then I want to talk about the pronunciation of that word. Eevee has special moves taken from evolved forms. That's interesting. So, like, your base Eevee, the one you get at the beginning of the game, could have Flareon and Jolteon moves.
They did some weird stuff with moves.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed when we played the E3 one was that you get double kick right off the bat, which makes the first gym easier because it's a fighting move and it's good against rock or something.
So that makes sense.
I know, right? AJ had this in his video. I suggest watching AJ's video.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that later.
New moves? There's moves like Splishy Splash. Right?
Okay.
I don't want to watch a damn video. I wanted an article. Oh, well, anyway, we got, who is this? Decepticon. Thank you for the Twitch sub, my guy. Oh, also, there's no HMs. Remember HMs?
Yeah.
Like Surf?
Yeah.
They're not HMs anymore.
So what are they?
Moves.
Okay.
But they're not like you can't use them in battle.
Oh, okay.
So they're just like Pikachu's Surf is just a surfboard. Like it's not an actual move.
Well, because but the thing is, like, those moves are supposed to be like you use them in battle, but also like in your traversal. Like Surf was supposed to be like he carries you across the water.
Now it's pretty much just traversal.
Now it's pretty much just say, hey, look at Pikachu on a surfboard.
Yes, exactly.
Because how's he gonna carry you?
For Pikachu's newest exclusive move, Floaty Fall. It is lifted high up into the air by 5 balloons. It then pops these balloons with an electrical charge and attacks the opponent from above. Interestingly, this attack seems to be a flying type move, as in the video from the official Pokemon blah, blah. That's what weirds me out, is that Pikachu and Eevee are getting all of these moves.
Yeah.
Like flying and water, and it doesn't make any sense. Eevee does get a fire type move, though, which is cool.
Okay.
I'm down with that. I wish there was a list. Yeah, Splishy Splash is one of the ones that Pikachu gets. Oh, and Pika Pow Pow.
Oh, God.
They all have weird names. And the ones that Eevee gets are weird, too.
I'm 31 years old, and I'm going to be playing a game with all these.
I got the list. Baddie Bad for Eevee. Another one for Eevee. Bouncy Bubble. Buzzy Buzz. Double Iron Bash is the one for Meltan, or Melmetal. Floaty Fall is Pikachu. Glitzy Glow is Eevee. Pika Pow Pow, Pikachu. Sizzly Slide, that's the fire one. Splishy Splash is the water type move that Pikachu gets where he's on a surfboard somehow.
Okay.
VV Volley is for Eevee. That's a normal type move. And then that's it. That's all from Cerebi.
Okay.
AJ says Pikachu could get Surf since Gen 1. That's news to me.
Yeah.
Why is an electric type learning a water type move?
Yeah. That's
I understand
bad.
certain things like Gyarados getting like dragon and dark type moves.
Yeah, because he looks like a dragon.
Yeah.
Model Z, these babby names hurt me. Yeah, they hurt me too, boy.
Dante Mira says, boy, they really dumbed down those moves names, didn't they? Yeah, the names, yes.
It's embarrassing.
All right. I'm done with Pokemon.
All right.
Are you done with Pokemon?
Yeah, I'm done with Pokemon.
Well, why don't you talk about this next one? The PC Classic, Will.
Okay. So I would love to, except I don't understand this product at all.
I don't understand it either.
Well, we know that microconsoles are all the rage. You know, they've been around for years, but then Nintendo did it, so now they're really all the rage. This article is from Digital Trends. Sure, you already own an SNES Classic, an NES Classic, the Neo Geo Mini, but what if you were in the mood to play old Microsoft DOS games on your television?
When you get the hankering.
Yeah, with the PC Classic you can, and the system comes with a retro aesthetic to get you in the mood.
I like how it's already yellow.
I know. Much like the other company's classic consoles, hold on, I opened the dictionary by accident. The PC Classic from Unite or Unity. Unity. I get it. Is a miniature system that will come preloaded with at least 30 games from the DOS era of the 80s and 90s. More games will also be available for purchase later, and you can sign up for a mailing list to see what the final games line up whenever that is nailed down. The standard console comes in a retro style beige color, and at least one more color will be available. The system will become packaged with a gamepad, and Unity is considering also bundling it with a mini keyboard and mouse, and all the games will support both gamepad and keyboard setups. The planned price is for around $100, and crowdfunding will kick off in either late November or early December before the release in the middle of 2019. There's a picture of the back of the unit, and it appears to have a USB in, HDMI, and composite.
I think the front has 2 USB ins, right?
Oh yeah, look at that.
The video, I didn't watch the video.
Yeah, I haven't watched the video either.
I'm gonna hit play. I watched Izzy's video on this, and he plays a little bit of the video. It is a terrible video.
The PC Classic usually
Wait.
Sorry.
Is there audio?
I don't know.
Do I have? Oh, I have it muted. I have Digital Trends muted here. Unmute. That's what it sounds like.
Wow.
That's enough of that. In the video, he's not playing with the keyboard and mouse. He's playing with a controller.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah. The PC Classic actually uses miniature floppy disk cards in order to play games. In the demonstration video, we see the system in action playing the original Doom, which runs quite smoothly. Well, everything can run Doom, so I would hope so.
I don't know if they say it in this article, but none of the games are nailed down.
Yeah.
So all the games they show, they don't have the license for.
Yeah. This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
This is a very dumb idea. I mean, I get it. You're hopping on the micro console train, but some things don't need a micro console, and I feel like PC games are at the top of that list.
So there are some PC games that you can't play anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of PC games you can't play anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a bunch from the DOS era that you can't play
A lot
anymore.
of people's arguments is that you can play any of these games now anyway.
You can play most of these games now, yeah.
Yeah, but there are some that are lost to time. I mean,
Yeah.
you can play any of these freaking NES Classic games too, but
It's different though, because with at least say the Super Nintendo, like you have to like hunt down the system and the game. But at least if you have the system, you're guaranteed to play the game. With a computer, if you have like an old DOS game, if you have the original Duke Nukem, let's say that's a DOS game, it's not guaranteed to work on your modern computer.
yes.
So,
What about Space Dude, Will?
Space
Dude gonna work on this? Eric's informing me that I had the desktop audio off, so nobody can hear anything.
Oh.
But I'll play it again because it's so good. I think it's muted again. Hold on.
Unity is based in Maryland, as is Bethesda and parent company ZeniMax, and they own id Software, so that can make them get Doom.
There it is with background noise and all.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of that. So I have little faith.
Yeah, and I'm not. I mean, I wasn't into this to begin with. I'm definitely not into this.
They also could have made it look a little better. Like, I get that it's supposed to look like an old PC, and old PCs are ugly.
Yeah.
But like, look at the Atari thing that they're making. What the hell is it called?
The VCS?
Yeah, that thing looks awesome.
Yeah.
And it looks like an old Atari. Like they did like a little hybrid, a cute little hybrid thing. I think this company's just... Well, they must be PC lovers. Like old retro games. This is
clearly like a small indie thing. Mm-hmm. Like I'm pretty sure that guy in the video is like the president, the CEO, the CFO, the HR department of internal revenue.
Like I'm not saying that there's no like passion there, but this isn't the cash grab you're looking for. Yeah. You know? If anybody wants these games, they're just going to download a pack for the computer. Yeah. There's no reason to have something like this.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, where are you going to plug this thing in? You're going to couch game on with this? I guess that's why they have the controller plug-in.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I'm pretty sure most DOS games ran on keyboard and mouse. So you're going to want to play them with keyboard and mouse.
Yeah. At your computer.
Yeah.
So why would you plug this thing in? It's very strange.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's, like, lost classic games, I wouldn't even bother.
I don't know. Hopefully, we get Space Dude. Well, that's all I care about.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Or the Duke Nukem side scroller.
Yeah, Duke Nukem 1 and 2. Although 3D was a DOS game, but you can get 3D on everything.
I remember we had 3D, and then we had one of the expansion packs, and we can never get the expansion pack.
Yes, and then I think on PS Plus 1 month, Duke Nukem like 3D was free. And it came with all those expansion packs, and I finally got to play it.
You know, Duke Nukem 3D runs at like 1 billion frames per second.
Yeah.
It runs like an insane frame
There's a really good IGN Unfiltered interview with Scott Miller, one of the co-creators of Duke Nukem. And he goes through like the history of it and talks about making it. And he said like, yeah, it ran like really fast.
And you go really fast too. You move really fast.
Yeah. We got a $5 super chat from Nick Bandy. New to the show and love it. Longtime PS4 and Switch owner. Just bought an Xbox for Cuphead, Ori, and Backwards. Any other exclusives I should check out?
No, you got all of them.
Quantum Break is very good. I will recommend that. I like Gears 4. I'll tell you to get the Master Chief Collection because it's 4 games in one. And it's like packed to the brim with features. Like that'll keep you busy for a while.
I got an Xbox One X for PUBG, and I would not recommend. I would just play Call of Duty Blackout mode,
especially because PUBG is coming to PS4, and if you pre-order now, you get a Nathan Drake skin and Ellie's backpack from The Last of Us.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
but the game's still going to be horribly broken, so screw that. All right, so I'm very skeptical of this PC Classic, which is such a dumb name. It sounds like a joke.
Well, what else? They call it something classic because they're all classics now. PlayStation
Das Classic would be awesome.
Das Classic, yeah,
that'd be awesome.
That sounds like a German thing. Das Classic.
Das Classic, I think, would be less funny. I would believe that.
I feel like Das Classic would be more funny.
Das is definitely copyrighted though.
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
I'll look it up.
While you look it up, Will, I'm going to go right into the Game Award nominees.
Okay, yeah, do that.
We have
Disk operating system.
We got a nice little condensed list here from Nintendo Life, whose article says Switch and Indies nominated across multiple categories at the Game Awards. That was just their excuse to make an article about this.
Yeah, I like making Nintendo related.
Game of the Year nominees. Without looking, guess what they are.
Oh, I already looked.
Do you know them all already in your head?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, Red Dead 2, Spider-Man, God of War.
Yeah, and Monster Hunter World.
Oh, Monster Hunter World.
Yeah. That all. Monster Hunter World, it's a weird one.
That is a weird one. I honestly didn't expect Celeste to be on there.
I believe it. Because it's one of those weird, they had to put an indie in there.
I feel like Red Dead 2 should not be on here because it's only been out for a month and already it's Game of the Year.
When's the cutoff?
I don't know.
Because Pokemon's not out yet. I don't expect that to be Game of the Year.
No.
But
it could have filled out any of these other categories.
Smash Brothers 100% needs to be in a lot of these categories.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I think it misses the cutoff completely.
Yeah.
But Pokemon's not anywhere here, and that's, maybe a family game,
Yeah.
Anyway, best ongoing game, we got Destiny 2 Forsaken, which is weird because that's a DLC.
Well, keep reading, and I think I'll...
Fortnite, No Man's Sky, which is interesting, which is actually pretty funny because it was debuted at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Overwatch and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
So, but I think they mean by ongoing games or like games that like keep evolving through the years, like Siege, how like that was a completely different game than when it launched. So I guess Destiny 2, instead of just saying the base game, the Forsaken was the latest version of it. So
yeah, and you kind of need the Forsaken if you want to keep playing,
right? So
I guess that does make sense. But then No Man's Sky, well, yeah, it was it was a free update.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Destiny 2 might take that.
Maybe.
Oh, Rainbow Six Siege, I mean,
it changes every year.
Maybe last year it should have won, but this
year they took out all the gambling and the sex references.
Yes, that is true.
It's going to open in China, I think.
Is this the first year that this category's been here?
I think so. I've never heard of this category before.
I've never heard of this category either, but
I didn't really pay attention to the Game Awards last year.
I think this is very smart.
Yeah.
It's very smart to have a category like that. Especially because you got stuff like Overwatch. Overwatch won Best Esport at the Esport Awards. There was an Esport Awards. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Overwatch won Best Esports Game or something, which is weird because it's been out. Best Art Direction, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of the Obra Dinn. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I've heard of this game. Is this the one with the weird art style?
I mean,
it is. Yeah, it's this like this also too. This came out like October 18th. It like blew up. It had like a really unique look to it.
October 18th?
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull it up from the Game Awards website, which is not good.
Just
I
Google
should not have done
honestly.
this. I know, but now I'm taking the hard way, Will.
All right. Well, you do that. I'll keep going.
Oh, this is out of order too.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right, yeah, you keep going.
Best score / music: Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2. I didn't even know that came out this year.
I really want to play Ni no Kuni.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to.
Octopath Traveler and Red Dead Redemption 2. I kind of want Spider-Man to win just for the Warbly Jet song at the beginning of the game.
Red Dead has a really good soundtrack.
It does. It's so different from the first one.
It is.
Yeah.
The first one was really good too.
Yeah.
I got Return of Obra Dinn. Oh yeah, it's all like hand drawn and stuff.
Yeah. Like it looks really cool. Like I kind of want to play
it. Looks like a freaking Game Boy.
Is it coming to Switch?
That looks amazing. Look at those halftones.
It's on Mac OS.
Ooh. We got Mac OS.
We do have Mac OS.
This looks really cool. But what is the game like? Is it like one of those like mystery games or something? I need action, Will.
It's from the creator of Papers, Please.
I have a low attention span. It's a puzzle video game. Nope, sorry.
All right.
I do want to play Papers, Please.
Yeah, I have it. I have never played it. Okay. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. 11:11 Memories Retold, Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, and The Missing J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories.
A lot of people praise Celeste for its like depression narrative.
Okay.
Because the main character is like I think that's what it is. I think she's got depression, and the antagonist is like the evil version of her that like it's like always talking down on her. Like it's herself being like, you suck, blah blah, you're never gonna make it up this mountain, blah blah.
I got you.
And I could have done without it. I didn't think it was that's not why I liked the game. And I thought a lot of the story that it just felt like it was getting in my way. But I guess it's noble that it was there.
Yeah.
But still, I didn't think it added that much to the game, to be completely honest. And shame on me for thinking that. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I'm a terrible person,
man. Best independent game: Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
The Messenger needs to win a category.
That might be the only category it's in.
I think it is. I don't know. Into the Breach.
I've heard of that.
Dead Cells might win this.
Yeah, that was like everybody's favorite game when that came out.
Yeah, but Celeste, I mean, if Celeste doesn't win Game of the Year, which it probably won't, it would win Best Independent Game.
Yeah.
But The Messenger deserves to win something because it was damn good.
Yeah.
You need to play that. It's very
I know. I would love that game. Best action game: Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11.
I don't think best action game should be a category. It's way too broad.
Yeah. It's like, how they call every game an action adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you got Call of Duty and then you got Dead Cells. Like when those should never be in the same category. But I think Call of Duty deserves this.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Far Cry 5 is the most adventure packed.
Yeah.
but like, I like Call of Duty better.
Okay.
So,
best role playing game: Dragon Quest XI, Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2, Octopath Traveler, and Pillars of Eternity 2: Deadfire. Skip.
yeah. Oh no, I did play Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
It was all right. It was an okay game.
Best fighting game: Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle. Is it Blaze Blue or Blaze Blue? It is Blaze Blue.
I've never heard Blaze in my life, but it looks like Blaze.
It does look like Blaze, and I have heard Blaze, but I can't tell if people are joking or not.
I've only ever heard Blaze Blue.
I know, that's what I usually hear, but then I started hearing Blaze, and I'm like...
I guess when I worked at GameStop, if somebody came up and was like, can I get Blaze Blue? I'd be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So maybe they were dumbing down for... It's like when mom sees another Italian speaker and she doesn't speak Italian.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't want them to freak out.
Yeah.
Or judge her.
All right. Blaze Blue, Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter 5 Arcade.
See, Smash Bros. Should be in this category.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it would win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even out yet, but it would.
I feel like Dragon Ball might take this.
Yeah.
It's like the most popular fighting game right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It overtook Street Fighter recently.
I mean, everybody loves Soul Calibur.
Yeah, Soul Calibur's good.
But people are going nuts about Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But see, it's popularity versus is the game actually good or not.
Yeah.
And I'm Dragon Ball FighterZ, I'm sure is great.
Yeah.
We played a little bit
We did,
of it.
yeah, and I like what I played of it.
You also played Soul Calibur.
I did, yeah, and I liked what I played Soul Calibur. I played like more of Soul Calibur games than I have Dragon Ball games, and when I played Soul Calibur 6, like it felt like a classic Soul Calibur game, which is good.
AJ says DBFZ. Yeah, he's into that.
Yeah. Best family game: Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starlink, and Super Mario Party. They might have put Smash in this.
Pokemon should be in this.
Yeah.
Because you can do it 2 players.
Yeah.
If you have like a very small child, you could play through Pokemon with them.
Yeah.
Starlink should not be in this.
Yeah, I don't see how that's a family game at all.
It's not even a good game. Get that out of here. Mario Party, I understand why it's here.
Yeah.
Because it's a good family game. It is also not a good game. It's weirdly broken and I was not a fan of Mario Party. I'm not a fan of Mario Party in general. Mario Tennis Aces should win this. Overcooked 2, maybe. But Mario Tennis Aces, I think, is the best
Labo?
game. Labo does not deserve to be in here. That's barely a game.
Fair enough. Strategy game: The Banner Saga 3, BattleTech, Frostpunk, Into the Breach, and Valkyria Chronicles 4.
I have to look up Into the Breach.
I've definitely heard of it before, but I don't know from where.
Hey, LKM Cherokee.
Hey, my best friend. Hey, Will, what are your thoughts on Wonder Woman 58, Electric Warriors 1, and Flash 58? So Wonder Woman 58 is the first issue of G. Willow Wilson's run, and I liked it a lot. It reminded me of her work on Miss Marvel. It felt like it, but it was decidedly very different from it, and I like that. I think she's a good fit for the character. I really like the artwork too. I can't remember the artist's name, but it was very cool and distinct. Flash wasn't bad. I actually didn't like the artwork in that. I'm also behind on it, so I was a little lost in certain places. But I like the end page a lot, where like all the gorillas in Gorilla City are dead. And Electric Warriors, I started reading and then started falling asleep. But that's not a knock on the quality of the book. It's just, I don't know if you heard at the beginning of the episode, I'm very tired.
TJ Steakhouse says Pokemon games aren't usually nominated for the Game Awards except for Pokemon Go and Oris Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire for the remaster award. Also, Into the Breach is Faster Than Light follow-up.
Okay.
It's a turn-based strategy, and it's for the Switch.
Yeah. Okay.
So I guess that's why Nintendo Life wrote Switch Nindies are being nominated, because Into the Breach is nominated for like a bunch of these.
Best sports / racing game: FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis Aces, NBA 2K19, Pro Soccer Evolution 2019.
It's pretty funny that Mario Tennis is in there.
Well, it's a sports game.
It is. You're right. But is it not weird? That to be in the same category as FIFA and NBA?
Well, here's the thing, because FIFA, NBA, Pro Evolution, those are like hardcore sim sports games. They're like, you got to spend like 100 years to master, and like, the buttons are really complex. It's like actually playing the real thing. And I hate those games. I miss NFL Blitz and NBA Jam and NHL Hits and games like that. So I'm happy that Mario Tennis Aces is in this category, and I hope it wins, because we need more arcadey sports games.
That would be a slap in the face to a lot of people if Mario Tennis Aces wins this category.
I don't care. I want more arcadey sports games. I want them to bring back Blitz. I know it's going to be sanitized, because the last one that EA did was sanitized. It's not EA's fault. It's the NFL's fault. But yeah, I want to see that.
They need to make a Mario Strikers game.
Yeah.
A new Mario Strikers game, because that game is damn good.
Actually, while we're on the subject of Blitz, I'm sure EA owns its sister series NHL Hits as well. I really want to see that come back, because I don't think the NHL is also like, oh no, you can't fight it anymore. Oh, you can't. You gotta be like so.
That was the best part.
You gotta daintily hit the puck.
Isn't it like half an NHL game and half Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they designed the fighting in Hits with the Mortal Kombat team, because it was midway.
Oh my god.
Next time we're at a con or retro gaming thing, remind me, I gotta find NHL Hits 2003.
I'll add it to my list.
Yeah, because that's a game like I've always wanted but never owned. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Izzy's in the chat.
I gotta write that wrong.
Izzy, we were talking about the PC Classic before. You missed it.
Yeah.
I talked about your video.
Yeah.
Because that's how I learned about it.
Best multiplayer game: Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves should not be on here.
I mean, it's Fortnite, right? I mean, that's obvious.
Fortnite, did that win last year?
I don't know. But it like blew up this year.
No, it was big last year. I mean, it did. Yes.
It wasn't as big as it is this
You're
year.
right. You're right. It snowballed.
Yeah.
It was still big last year, but it's even bigger now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Fortnite has to take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody else. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Continue.
Best indie debut game: Donut County, Florence, Moss, The Messenger, and Yoku Islands Express.
Oh, Moss.
Yes. They should win because we know them.
I was going to say, I didn't read, the first time I read this, I didn't read Moss. This is the one that I thought The Messenger should win.
Right.
Because it's not up against Celeste.
Yeah.
So if it's not up against Celeste, by default, The Messenger wins.
Right. But it's up against Moss.
It's up against Moss. Moss is very good. But Moss came out last year.
Oh, that's right.
That's what this is why this is weird.
Yeah.
It's not, it didn't even debut. But I guess it's that company's debut game.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But those two, Donut County, I heard is very good too. That looks really good, and I want to play that. But Moss and The Messenger deserve that.
This is like the fourth time I've seen Florence on here, and I've never heard of this before. It's an iOS and Android game, published by Annapurna Interactive.
That must be the person who made it.
No, Annapurna is a movie studio.
Oh, Kojima loves this game.
Does he?
Yes. It's a comic. It's a weird narrative game that with comic book panels, and I think you move the it's made by the people who made Monument. Oh no, the designer for Monument Valley. And Monument Valley is one of the best mobile games, period.
Right.
This looks really good. I heard this is like super duper unique.
Okay.
So I think you should give this a shot because it's like freaking.
I do.
It's like a comic book thing.
I see that. Like, yeah, and I might have to give this a shot. And then lastly, at least according to this article, best esports game: Counter-Strike Go, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch.
Overwatch won in the esports award, which is weird.
Yeah.
Why didn't Fortnite win?
That's a good question.
League of Legends put out that awesome K-pop video. They should win.
Yeah.
But this is another one that Fortnite could take.
Yeah.
For sure.
Not on this list. Not on the Nintendo Life list, but like there are more categories. One of them being Content Creator of the Year.
Ooh, are we on it?
Nope.
Rats.
And I'm very disappointed in all of you. Dr. Lupo, Myth, Ninja, Pokimane, and
Pokemon. I love Pokemon.
Willie Rex.
Who?
Willie Rex.
I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
Oh, I know some of these
Ninja
people.
and Pokimane.
Ninja has to win that.
Yeah.
How could he not win that? But Pokemon should win. I love Pokemon.
Yeah. Then they got a lot of like esports categories. Best esports game, best esports player, best esports team, best coach, best event, best host, best moment.
Are any Smash Brothers players there at all?
Hold on.
No, because they're all going to be in it next year when Smash Brothers blows up in the esports world.
Sonic Fox is there. I know he's the best Injustice 2 player.
Is he the furry? No,
Yeah.
he is?
Yes, right?
Yes. Isn't he the best Dragon Ball Fighter Z player? Or is he both? He could be both.
I saw something. He's like the best Injustice player.
He might be both. A lot of these fighting game
yeah.
people do more than one fighting game.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic Fox is the furry.
Luis Martinez says, Ninja can suck a fart.
Gross.
Anyway. What did Tommy say? You didn't promote any of this? If this was a thing, I would have voted so many times. What are you even talking about?
How did we get nominated? I think he's talking about like nominating us.
No,
how do we get nominated?
They just get picked. They just randomly get picked, and then I think it might be a vote.
Yeah,
after you get picked.
After you get picked, it's a vote. Like you vote for like all of these categories. So basically, what you're saying is we got to become best friends with Jeff Keighley.
Tim Geddes is on Forbes 30 under 30.
Yeah,
this was the last year I could have gotten on 30 under 30. And
yeah.
Tim Geddes got it.
You can still
man.
You can still make the 35 under 35.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
Forbes?
Someone else.
No, I need Forbes.
They all have something like this.
God damn it. Bastards.
Everything's. How do you think I feel? I haven't been eligible for 2 years.
All right. Anyway, I like the Game Awards. I'm a big fan of Mr. Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley's biggest fan right here.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best award shows. I think last year they pretty much nailed it.
They have come a long way since their days on like Spike. And I feel like, it's definitely one of the better gaming awards out there. It's that and like the DICE Awards are like the closest things games have to like a prestigious award ceremony in a way. The big problem with like the Game Awards, and they've always had this problem, is that the balance between like being an award show, honoring the creators, and being a 2-hour long commercial for like all new products.
Yeah.
So
I think they did a really good job not being too cringy, because it's very hard to do that when you're a freaking award show.
Yeah.
And part of it is that Jeff Keighley hosts it, and he puts on the whole thing. So he's got his hand in everything. He could say, no, that's going to be lame, you know?
Fortune magazine does the 40 under 40. So
Fortune's pretty prestigious.
We still have time for that.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time for that. So that's your goal, is to spend a lot of money on our apparel so that I could be on Fortune's 40 under 40. Right, Dad?
That's right.
There you go.
Buy that merchandise.
You got to do it. Nah, never mind. I was going to say like Jake Paul's dad. Everybody's favorite internet dad.
Yo.
Then we could have him on camera to kiss underage girls.
Well, don't do that. I say get him on camera so that our dad can challenge Jake Paul's dad to a boxing match, because we know our dad will win.
Yes, our dad. Yes, our dad can beat up your dad. All right, moving on.
Yes.
Let's plow through this EXO 18. Did you even know this happened?
It like happened. It like came and went. Like I knew it was coming, and then it happened. And I didn't even realize it. And then after it happened, I totally forgot about it.
So I'm just gonna plow through some of the stuff that happened here, because we gotta do some unboxings.
We do, yeah.
But we're almost done here.
They announced quite a bit.
I had this keengamer.com that I've never heard of, but
Yeah.
it seemed like they had a good list, so that's what I'm reading off of. PUBG is joining the Game Pass. Ooh, I didn't know this.
That's huge.
Microsoft promised to reveal 16 new games that would join their Game Pass program, and to kick it off, they revealed PUBG will join the program. The game that kicked off the Battle Royale phenomenon will join the program on November 12th. Oh, so it already did.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Alongside PUBG, Microsoft also announced that Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Ori and the Blind Forest. I'm tired.
You got it.
And a brand new game called Void Bastards will join the Game Pass program among many other games.
Hellblade, these are some great things.
Yeah, I mean, they just bought Ninja Theory, Hellblade's developer.
Right.
Ori and the Blind Forest, I think, is a first-party title. And Void Bastards is a brand new game.
They also said Crackdown 3's release date is out, plus PvP mode revealed. So that game is coming out February 15th, 2019.
Crackdown 3 has been in development for 100 years?
Yeah.
At this point?
February 15th is not too far away.
No. And they revealed Wrecking Crew, a competitive PvP mode featuring 5v5 teams and a completely destructible map. Like other first-party Microsoft games, other first-party Xbox games, Crackdown 3 will be available for free to Game Pass subscribers from day one. The original Crackdown, which is backwards compatible on Xbox One, was free completely this weekend.
Oh.
I snagged it. So,
But randomly?
yeah.
Not even part of the Games with Gold?
No.
Wow.
I think it was in the hype of Crackdown 3 being announced. Sea of Thieves is getting an arena mode. Okay. State of Decay 2 Zed Hunter DLC. Okay.
Izzy said he got a Wulff Den apparel shirt, then he immediately got shoulder surgery and couldn't wear it. I need a picture of you in that shirt.
I need a picture of your shoulder surgery.
I need a picture of you shirtless and a picture of you in the shirt.
Microsoft has acquired Obsidian and Exile Studios.
This is the biggest news.
Yeah, there was rumor a couple of months ago, and I think we talked about that Microsoft was buying Obsidian, and it's true. They did.
And what did the other guys do?
Exile?
Yeah.
I feel like I should know this. In Exile, sorry, that's the studio name.
I'm on the Kotaku article going through just to see if there's anything that the other article left out.
Search.
Phil Spencer says that there will be some improvements to the Windows Store. Anyone who deals with Xbox Play Anywhere titles knows that there are some complications that could be soothed out regarding the Windows Store. And Xbox boss Phil Spencer spoke about taking on a quote bigger leadership role to implement some improvements to make it quote tailored toward the gamers.
Yes. In Exile did the Bard's Tale, Wasteland 2, Wasteland 3, the Mage's Tale. Okay, yeah, I've heard of some of these games.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have Winnie the Pooh mini games.
Yay. Yay. Oh, bother.
Xbox with a hat. There was an Xbox with a hat. Oh, they put a party hat on an Xbox One X.
Oh, yeah, if they were celebrating it's 1 year or something. Final Fantasy 13, the whole series is coming to backwards compatibility. So 13, 13.2, and Lightning Returns.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 7, 9, 10, and 10.2, and 11. No, sorry. Final Fantasies 7, 9, 10, 10.2, and 12 are coming to Xbox One. We knew this when they announced it for the Switch. And when they announced it for Switch, it came out that they're also coming to Xbox One. Mm-hmm. Not 8, though. Final Fantasy 8 is still missing.
Cats and pandas are coming to Minecraft.
Cool.
Mouse and keyboard support are coming to 14 titles.
Yes, that I think happened already.
Damn.
Yeah. Civilization Revolution is getting Xbox One enhancements.
I hope that when they have mouse and keyboard support, they at least make different lobbies for mouse and keyboard players. Which I don't think they do.
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
Fortnite does. If you plug in a mouse and keyboard on Xbox, they will matchmake you with PC players and other mouse and keyboard players.
Devil May Cry 5 has a mode called the Void for practicing. Players will be able to use the Void for training space, for fine-tuning their DMC skills. They'll be able to spawn enemies, change some of the game parameters, and generally just do training mode stuff. I'm like really excited for Devil May Cry 5. And like I never like
You like Devil May Cry?
I do, but I was always like, yeah, I like those games. But now I'm pumped for this.
I think you're a Capcom fan, Will.
I might be. I like their games for the most part.
Except you didn't play Mega Man 11, did you?
I played the demo.
Okay, that counts.
It's way too hard.
It got easier.
Yeah.
When I played I was able to get through the actual game pretty fine.
Yeah.
Well, I actually never beat it, but I got through the robot masses pretty fine.
I promised myself though this doesn't lead credence. This leads credence to your theory. I promised myself the next game I'm going to get is Resident Evil 2. Because I know there's a lot of games like coming out, and I said no. I'm going to play Red Dead to completion.
Except you're going to play Let's Go Eevee.
Oh yeah, damn it.
There goes that. But you're not paying for it, so.
Right, yeah, no, that's company money.
Yeah, we're paying. You're paying for it.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is getting a new challenge Tombs. Yeah, I want to play that game too, but I'm never going to get to it. This was a big deal. Winter of Arcade is coming. Remember the Summer of Arcade from 360 days?
No.
You don't remember that?
No. Oh, all the indie games?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got rid of it like when the Xbox One came out because there's no more Xbox Live Arcade. They're all just games. But they're doing the Winter of Arcade as like a throwback to the Summer of Arcade. Later this year, the games to be announced soon. Those are always cool because they always like highlight 4 unique games from like indie developers or smaller titles from big publishers. Braid was a Summer of Arcade game. Braid was a Summer of Arcade game.
What about wasn't Super Meat Boy or no?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't all those games from the indie game, the movie, weren't they all Xbox Live Arcade game?
Yes.
It was Braid, Fez, and Super Meat Boy.
Yeah. Bionic Commando Rearm, Braid, Castle Crashers, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Splosion Man, Shadow
Man
Complex.
was awesome.
Yeah. Castlevania Harmony of Despair, Hydro Thunder, Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, Limbo, From Dust, Fruit Ninja Connect, Bastion, Deadlight, Hybrid, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. Oh wow, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Reshelled, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. So therefore, only one franchise has been a repeat offender on Summer of Arcade, and it's the TMNT.
All right. Are we done with
done.
Xbox?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. I would like to say that Izzy said, wait, did Will say Z instead of Z? Is he a secret Canadian?
The game is called Zed Hunter. Like it's spelled out Z-E-D.
Or else he would never have done that.
Yeah, I'm a proud American, and I say Z, and I eat red meat, and I own so many guns.
It's a closet full of guns. I had a teacher who taught me HTML. He was Irish, but he barely had an accent, except when he said Z and HTML.
Yeah.
And he said HTML a lot. Anyway, where am I? I'm trying to read the chat here.
Okay.
Flea says, "Oh yeah, Castle Crashers on Switch would be damn good."
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. They should just put that out on the Switch.
Grimhane says, "I'm looking forward to the as of yet unannounced Switch game. Nintendo kills game piracy." Oh, is that our next thing? I'm gonna skip right over the Harry Potter.
Yeah, Niantic's making a Harry Potter game. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, there's like barely a trailer.
Yeah,
it's like 15 seconds.
But we know it's Harry Potter. It's not Fantastic Beasts, so people actually care about it.
Yes, and it's gonna be basically Pokemon Go, but Harry
with
Potter.
Dumbledore and Hagrid
and Weaselbop and Bickety Boo
and Neville Longbottom. And
that's a person.
I know.
It sounds made up, but that's in it.
Like people give Star Wars a hard time for stupid names.
Snooty
like,
Long Snoot.
Yeah, like Harry Potter has like
Camel
objectively
face.
The worst names for things.
All right. Apparently, owners of ROM's site ordered to pay Nintendo more than $12 million. So this is a story we talked about. God bless you.
Thank you.
This is also our last story until we open some boxes. Yeah. Back in July, this is from Digital Trends, news broke that Nintendo had filed a lawsuit against Jacob Matthias, the owner of the ROM hosting sites LoveRoms.com and LoveRetro.co.
Matthias.
as those sites have been hosting unauthorized Nintendo games for others to download and play through an emulator. Now, Matthias, as I'm told from somebody over to my right,
Me!
and his wife have been ordered to pay the gaming giant more than $12 million in damages. This was also the first I've ever heard of Love Retro and LoveROM.
The first time they got.
The first time they got nabbed. A final judgment by United States District Court Judge Jennifer G. Zips, who doesn't like fun at all, in a federal district court in Arizona, has awarded Nintendo $12.23 million, with both parties responsible for paying their own legal fees. God damn. According to torrent freak Jacob Matthias and wife Christiane Matthias admitted that hosting the two websites, quote, constituted direct and indirect copyright and trademark infringement, which caused Nintendo irreparable injury. I don't know if injury is the right word, but okay. Furthermore, the two must relinquish all emulators and Nintendo games in their possession, and as requested in Nintendo's original lawsuit filing, the rights to both websites will be transferred to Nintendo as well.
Damn. So Nintendo's going to own Love Retro.
Yeah, and they're going to just put it in a closet, never to be seen again.
Like the two pornos starring Mario that they have.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
That is a thing. It's not surprising that Nintendo would be this actively litigious regarding its older games. The company's retro titles have been re-released countless times through programs like the Virtual Console, blah, 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 blah. Right now, the only way to play most NES games on Nintendo Switch is to become an online subscriber, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Anyway, so they owe $12.23 million.
I highly doubt they have that much money.
I don't think they even ever made that much money.
Yeah.
How could you have possibly made that much money off of ad revenue on a ROM website?
I know.
That I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
And I download ROMs.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody know that. I own the games that I download the ROMs.
Yeah. But that's insane.
It is.
I don't think they're going to wind up paying like that much money to Nintendo. Like they'll probably like, usually like when lawsuits like are determined, they'll like say like a high number. And then, like, eventually, like, the judge will come back and be like, all right, you really only owe this much.
Yeah, but still, how much could they possibly have?
I know.
You know? Unless they came to that determination because they said, like, we've made this much over the course of this long. And then, like, let's say you make $12 million in 10 years. Let's just say.
Uh-huh.
You're going to buy a house. You're going to get a car. You're going to get all this stuff. They don't have that.
Yeah.
So their lives are ruined.
Yeah.
But let this be a lesson. Don't screw with Nintendo or Disney's copyright.
Yes.
They'll both do the same thing. Izzy, who knows a lot about emulators and such.
Yes.
I hear as part of a settlement, they can't even whistle the Mario Brothers theme anymore.
I believe it.
So it must be true.
Yeah.
Because he's a, you know, he knows about the stuff. Mm-hmm. Pancake, I could go for one right now, says, unbelievable how they can call 12 million damages when nothing could have possibly been lost from this. They do not sell them anymore. I think the problem is that so many people put up ROMs, and they're just making an example out of one person.
Yeah.
I think the damages are spread across the entire internet.
Yeah.
The damages that ROMs cost, but it's also Nintendo's fault that they don't make these games readily available.
Right.
I'd much rather play Pokemon Heart Gold on my Switch than on my Mac.
Right.
You know?
That's the thing. They don't
But it's not there, so I play it on my Mac.
The most convenient way to play that is on your Mac through an emulator.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, if Nintendo had made it convenient to play right now, because there really is no legal way to play Heart Gold aside from hunting down a used copy.
Yeah, and they're expensive.
Yeah.
They're still expensive. And, I mean, I stream it, so I'm not plugging a freaking capture card in my DS. It's a nightmare. That's most of the reason why I play the ROM.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, like, whenever I want to play a retro game, I just play the emulator. We have it. We have all the means to play it, but I'd rather play it on an emulator just because it's easier to do that. Mm-hmm. All right. Tweet of the week or unbox?
Let's do tweet of the week and then unbox. Let's do
right.
Tweet of the week, tweet of the week, tweet of the week. I put one in there, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let's do mine first.
Yeah.
And well, let me open up yours too while I'm at.
I saw mine today, and I'm like, I have to share this and just talk to somebody about it, really.
This was a nice, simple one because we need to do some text-based ones, you know?
Yes.
This is Mark Hoppus, the famous Mark Hoppus from
Yes.
Blink-182, saying, Detective Pikachu slept with my wife, sad face. And then I had to look up his wife to make sure it wasn't true that Wild Reynolds slept with his wife.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it could have been,
Might have been.
but it didn't look like she...
He had a tweet the other day that was like a reference to one of like an old Blink-182 song that was really good. Oh, it's from November 11th. Hey Siri, please tell Mom this is not her fault.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
All right. Now yours is Mr. Peanut.
Yes.
And it says, the internet. I screwed this up already. The internet. But Mr. Peanut, it's not November. My brain. Don't say it. 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 Me. I am a legume. That is very good.
Yes.
That is really good.
That is from the official Mr. Peanut Twitter page.
That is... they nailed that.
Yeah.
Either that is the smartest social media guy, or they completely misinterpreted what No Nut November is.
Yeah. No, I don't think they did.
Sometimes they see the hashtag is trending, and they're like, what can we do about this?
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yeah, no, because on their page there's a pinned tweet, and they had a doctor shaking what looked like testicles, and the hashtag is Save Your Nuts.
Oh.
It's a PSA with the help of Movember.
All right, I'm going to unbox some stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Mr. Peanut is doing stuff in conjunction with Movember for men's health and testicular cancer awareness.
I'm going to do the Hori one first because they tweeted us out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about it. Pretty sure I know what it is.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely a controller.
Yeah, I mean, what else does Hori make? I know they make other things.
I actually don't know.
They make charging docks and things like that.
They make accessories for Pokemon Go. No, Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
But they're not out. Or they haven't given them me yet.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. All right, what do we got here? Is there a letter? Please find the following samples for review. Battle Pad Mario, Battle Pad Zelda. We also have a product review cell sheet attached with frequently asked questions and concerns that you can address during your review.
All right.
Oh, here it is. All right, well, let me show this stuff first.
Show the
Here,
boxes.
you get them out. You zoom in on them. I'm going
right.
to read the other thing.
We have, yes, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Battle Pad and Super Mario Battle Pad. These are wired. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And they're USB.
And they're, wired USB.
So were the PDP ones we showed last week.
Anti-snapback sticks, turbo settings, toggle shoulder button functions, and a responsive D-pad as opposed to those unresponsive D-pads.
All right, so
Such a slow zone.
MSRP $25 for both these, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah. There you go.
Product description. New challenger approaching. Hori is bringing it back to the old school with the Nintendo Switch Battle Pad. GameCube style contours with traditional C-stick will feel at home in the hands of any Smash Brothers vet, but the Battle Pad's extra features set it apart from the pack. Anti-snapback. Yeah, you read that already.
Yeah.
Fast action digital L, R, and ZL and ZR buttons. That's another thing I don't think we mentioned with the PDP one. Mm-hmm. They both have, since these are mimicking Pro controllers.
Yeah.
They both have ZL
And ZR.
And they're flipped where they would be on a regular GameCube
Yeah.
because Z is in the front. Mm-hmm. But in this, oh no. Ooh. This one's flipped where it would, okay. I gotta just open this.
Yeah.
I think this has them in the opposite place that the PDP one would have them in
Interesting.
because ZL and ZR is where the Z would be on a GameCube controller, so in the front.
Yes.
We're on a Pro controller would be in the back. Am I have that wrong?
No, Z is on Z on a GameCube controller is right above R.
Right. But look at a Pro controller. You zoomed in, right?
Yeah.
I'll show it to them. So they can hear me. That's R and that's ZR.
Oh, ZL is the trigger.
Yes.
Okay.
And on these, ZL is
The bumper.
the bumper, yes.
Okay.
And on the PvP one, it's the opposite.
Okay. Oh, that is. Oh, I hate that.
Well, it makes. Does it make sense?
No.
I'm not sure if that makes sense.
If these are supposed to be mimicking Pro controllers just in the shape of a GameCube controller, the button layout should still be the same.
It only matters how it plays with Smash, because these are made for Smash.
Right.
And how would it play with Smash? See, on a GameCube controller, the Z,
Well, on the GameCube controller, it's different because
the Z is like these controllers have the ZL and ZR where the Z is on a GameCube controller. So
Right.
it makes sense for a GameCube controller, but this isn't a GameCube controller. This is going to mimic a Pro controller.
Right.
So the question is, how is it going to play with Smash?
because a GameCube controller, the L and R are analog. On all the Pro controllers, they're not. They're digital.
Correct. Yeah,
So-
yeah. There's no travel.
Yeah.
But that's not really how it works in Smash anyway. It doesn't use the
Right.
the analogness. Oh, these are buttons. These are
Oh,
straight up
those
buttons.
are yeah.
But yeah, ZL and ZR in this.
Let me see that.
So it makes sense, but the problem is that when you plug in a GameCube controller, it's going to
Yeah,
it's
no.
going to remap the buttons.
Yeah.
And if you plug in that, it's going to think it's a Pro controller.
Oh, let me see if I can.
Unless it does have a USB, right?
Oh, that is a stupid idea. You can't see shit.
It does have USB, right? Yeah, it's USB. Okay, so we're just gonna have to see how it is with Smash.
Yeah.
Sure, Mario Kart's great though.
But the thing is, like with Smash, I know you can customize controls, so it really isn't that big of a problem. But I mean, it is something you need to consider.
C-Stick is real nice,
Yeah.
I will say.
They're sick.
The texture is real nice.
Yeah.
It's a little cheap, but whatever. It's only 25
Felt nice.
bucks.
Yeah.
And
It's got the extra face buttons like home and
yeah.
capture, plus and
the
minus.
D-pad is also significantly bigger because that's something a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
The problem had with the regular GameCube is that the D-pad's really tiny.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's something we're gonna have to check out when Smash Bros. That's why I don't want to I'm getting all these GameCube controllers, but we're not gonna be able to really talk about them.
What's the middle button then? Because you got that's the capture button. Why would that be sync if it's wired?
Or or is it turbo?
Oh, maybe it's turbo.
Turbo's weird. Why does turbo exist still?
I don't know. At least it's not remember when third-party controllers used to have slow-mo? When really all it was doing was pausing and unpausing the game really fast?
Yes, I do remember that. And if a game had a menu, it was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Highlighted product features: GameCube style wired USB controller with 10-foot cable, anti-snapback analog sticks, blah blah. Toggle shoulder button functions. Oh,
that's what that is.
oh, that solves everything.
Yes.
So that button in the middle. Show everybody the button.
Oh.
The middle button.
The one under my finger.
If you press that button, it'll switch what ZL and L.
Yes.
It'll flip them. So that solves everything. Everything we were just talking about for the last 10 minutes,
Ignore it.
ignore it, because you can just hit that button and it'll flip what the functions do. Done.
Yeah.
And it also has a turbo setting. Do you see the turbo?
No. Unless that button is turbo.
That button might be turbo, but then how do you toggle?
Hold on, you opened it. Does it come with a thing?
Right there.
Does it come with a booklet or something?
Nope.
All right. Then I don't know.
Yeah, it's not on the question. Oh, what are the main differences between first party and other licensed?
Oh, I have the manual right here.
Translucent casing, anti-snapback analog stick, turbo function.
That is the turbo button.
Okay.
The middle button.
But then there's toggle LR again.
Toggle LR.
Oh, is it only L and R? because that's another fighting game thing.
Yeah.
They like to flip L and R buttons for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a...
Anyway, anti-snapback means this feature prevents the analog stick.
Oh, here we go. L and R to ZL, ZR toggle function. Switch functions between L and R and ZL and ZR. How to switch. Press and hold ZL and ZR buttons simultaneously and connect the USB connector to the Nintendo Switch dock port.
That'll switch what the functionality does?
Yeah. And then you gotta... The turbo LED light will be off. And that's your default setting. When the light turns on, that means the buttons are flipped.
Interesting. Interesting. Also, anti-snapback means this feature prevents the analog NC sticks to register an undesired directional input that may occur as a result of the analog or C stick bouncing back when quickly snapping either stick. Okay. So that solves that problem. I think that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, you can flip that.
And it's, all you have to do is hold down. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, more things. What did I do with the remote?
I took it.
Okay.
I zoomed out. But I guess we can keep this here. Cool, bro. Gravilogic. They sent us stuff, I think, last week. And they sent us more stuff.
Nice.
Just making room here. I think because we talked about... So Gravilogic makes these things. These little sliders. I'm not going to grab my Switch because we already showed them.
Oh, right, those things.
They make these sliders that slide onto the sides of your... they slide into the sides of your Switch so that, if you play with the Joy-Cons off, there's no dust or anything will get inside the connection. So I think it's pretty cool if you play with the Joy-Cons off. I never do. But I forgot. I think we talked about how they should have a stand. Am I making this up? No, yeah, there it is. We talked about how they should do some sort of stand or something.
Yeah.
And these have little kickstand. They're the same thing. They're the same thing that we saw last week.
But they have
Little kickstands that come out. So now you can hold up your Switch with the little things that you slide.
That's cool, yeah.
That's really... This makes it 1,000 times more worth it.
Well, for you, because your kickstand's broken.
Yeah, because my kickstand sucks.
But I mean, like, even if you keep...
A lot of people's kickstands suck.
Yeah.
Not just me.
It's a crappy kickstand. I'm not going to lie. The thing is, like, I think even without the kickstand, I think it's a good product because there are people who leave their Switch in the dock and play with the Joy-Cons off.
Right.
And, like, the connectors are still exposed. So, like, it's a good way of keeping your connectors, like, covered. And this is good if you play with your Switch in tabletop mode and need a new kickstand.
We would like to gift you these 2 sets of Switchblades for the Nintendo Switch. When we launch the Kickstarter, we will provide you a link to the campaign. This wooden Switchblade is from our basic hardwood collection made with red heartwood. So we talked about this already. Well, this addresses... Oh, wait, where are we? We also added a kickstand feature that provides... Oh, so these are the same, but with a kickstand. So I think this is the main product that they're going to have a Kickstarter for. It's not 2 versions. It sounds like they just decided to add a kickstand, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We are finalizing details for the kickstand feature, so this is just our prototype if you have any further questions. So this is awesome.
Yes.
I think this is an awesome little iteration that they made. And it makes it 1,000 times more worth it
Absolutely.
for me, I think. I have no idea what this is.
All right.
It looks like it came from China. So,
I feel like when they come DHL, it's probably from China.
yes. Oh, this one's really packed up. I don't like when they do too much tape like this.
Well, we got to make sure that nothing leaks out.
That the animals don't come out.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
What is it? These look like 8-bit do cases. I have so many 8-bit do controllers.
Yeah.
Yes! Alright, what do we got here? Ow!
What? Oh!
GameCube style, baby.
Nice. I like those ones.
This is the newer version of the NES one.
Yes.
I'm very excited. This is dope.
Yeah. These are, what model is this? Oh, wait.
N30 Pro 2.
2, yeah.
This is black.
Oh.
Why? Oh, because you like the black game.
No. Do you know what this is? What color this is? I'll give you a hint. It's the M edition.
Master System? No.
Close. Mega Drive.
Mega Drive.
Genesis.
Oh,
They made an N30 Pro controller Genesis colored.
that's weird because
I
it has
know.
an NES
I know.
stick.
Yeah,
I mean D-pad.
These are supposed to be like based on like GameCube, NES.
Oh, this is N64.
That's N64 Genesis.
That's cool.
Yeah.
These are cool.
These are cool.
I'm not as big of a fan of this style controller as I am the other one, but
Oh,
the SN30.
yeah.
But these all have NES D-pads, and the NES
Yes.
D-pad is sick.
Yeah.
It's like harder
Yeah.
and cooler. But the SN30, the newer one, the Game Boy looking one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in. That one has a real nice hard D-pad.
Okay.
And it's big. But these are more NES style. And like I want to get one of these hooked up to my game, my Wii U for Mario Maker, but it doesn't work. It's like weird.
Not even with the Mayflash?
No, you can flash. Now, I don't know if you can do it with the Pro 2. These are the 2.
Yeah.
The Pro 1, the first one that came out, you can flash Wii U firmware to it,
Okay.
but the buttons don't work right.
Okay.
I don't know if it's an 8-bit do problem or if it's a...
Well, I know 8-Bit do, like, they make their own, like, Mayflash type thing. That's,
Right.
like, in the shape of a Mario bricks.
Right.
Maybe that'll work. Although, I think, I don't know. I'll look. Give me a minute.
I love this friggin' Game Boy. I'm GameCube one.
Yeah,
I actually saw this and I was like, I want that one.
I know, right? the GameCube one's great. I'm a sucker for the N64. The Genesis one, like,
Having this
Isn't-
D-pad would be great for the Switch Online.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'll use this for Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
And the N64 one's cool too.
yeah.
This one's cool.
I go to 8-Bit Do's website, and the first thing is N30 Pro 2.
Yeah, because this one. Oh, they must be doing like an ad campaign.
Well, yeah, no, just in general.
Ah.
And it's 2 people playing the GameCube version and the... Oh, now it's gone.
All right, I'm gonna open this last one real quick
Okay.
because we're spending a lot of time on this
8-Bit Do
unboxing.
wireless USB adapter, PC, Mac, Raspberry Pi, laptops, and Switch. All
Thank you, 8-Bit Do. I
Yes.
love everything you make.
8-Bit Do, if you're watching this, those Genesis controllers you made look really nice. Just saying.
This is a weird. Oh. Okay.
What is that?
This is a weird thing we got an email about.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to set this up and try it again next week. It's like a pixel light thing, and you can program your own pixel art as like a
Interesting.
GIF.
Yeah.
We got an email about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll friggin' unbox that."
Time Box, the most intelligent, smart music clock.
What's in here?
Interesting. So it's like a smart speaker with a light show.
Oh, so I didn't know about that. I actually knew about this one. This one's like the same thing, but it's like a little TV.
Oh.
Zoom in a little.
Yeah.
But this I didn't even know about this one. This one looks cooler. Into this, it'd be cool if we can get a sub count on there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to set these up and play with them and try to get them working for next week, because this seems like a whole mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could put this would be cool.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
Cool to have in the background, or just next to us, a little pixel art dancing. All right, let's plow through some questions or comments.
Yes, now's the time where we talk to you guys. As always, reach us on Twitter using the hashtag Wulff Den Live. If you'll have to comment on last week's Wulff Den Live video on YouTube, now is the part of the show where we will answer it. And ladies and gentlemen watching at this moment, please start leaving us your questions, and we will get to them when we're done with everybody else.
I have nobody with the hashtag Wulff Den Live.
I had
could
to
that be?
refresh. There's not a lot.
I'm refreshing now too.
Yeah.
Lil Skeet Skeet is the only one that I see. Dogs. How's it hanging, my mashed bro-tatoes? This is the highlight of my week.
Yeah.
If you were stuck on an island and could only play games / watch movies from one universe, what would would you lick? Bonus question, what would be the game in that world to get the most play time? Games and movies. I'm probably going to say Star Wars.
Movies, definitely.
Well, it's games / movies from one franchise is what I'm hearing from this question.
Oh.
So it's not like you pick a game franchise and you pick a movie franchise. It's one franchise, you either get the games or the movie, whatever.
Yeah, probably Star Wars.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can also do like DC Comics, and you get all the comics and all the movies
I would
and
narrow
stuff.
it down to probably just Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But
Star Wars, I think we would get the most mileage, and we're the most into that.
Mm-hmm.
So probably Star Wars.
Yeah.
And what game from there would get or movie would get the most mileage?
For me, probably The Force Awakens. And then game would probably be like Jedi Knight 2 or Jedi Academy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what has the most in it. What game would have the most in it?
And Jedi Outcast is a long game.
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say something like Old Republic Online.
Yeah, or even just
because that has a lot.
Just KOTOR 1 and 2.
Yeah, maybe one of those, but those aren't my favorite.
Yeah.
Like Jedi Knight, those are the good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some hashtags here.
Yeah.
Shadow the Light. Do you guys play any Warframe? And if then, are you excited for it to be ported to the Switch? I am excited. I only played it when it was on the PS4.
Oh,
It
yeah.
launched.
Yeah.
And it was all right.
Yeah.
But I heard it got 1,000 times better. So I'm very excited for it to come to the Switch.
Nice.
Because it's the type of game that I like.
Yeah.
And there might be a video about it. I might be making a video about it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Antonio, did you see my edit of the Smash Brothers trailer? I posted in the supporters chat. No.
I'm loving all the Smash Brothers edits, though. For the trailer.
Why the hell didn't you link it in your tweet? I saw all of those before I saw the trailer.
I know, me too.
I couldn't find the trailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't on Nintendo's Twitter. It wasn't on their YouTube. It wasn't on. It was on the Smash Brothers Twitter. How was I gonna find that?
And like, it's so bizarre. Like, you finally see it, and you're like, oh man, how did they put all these songs in it? There's no music in the Smash Brothers trailer.
Exactly. I was like, how did they get the sound effects and no music?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you see the Japanese version?
No.
It's okay. It's weird. So the Japanese version of the Smash Ultimate trailer is the exact same trailer ran backwards.
Weird.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. No music, all sound effects, everybody fighting, but it runs backwards from Inkling Girl all the way up to Mario's eye, zooms out, you see the poster and the kid walking up to see it.
I gotta see that version.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Is all the sound effects backwards too?
Yeah, everything's backwards.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder what made them think that we couldn't handle it.
I don't know.
I'm gonna plow through these.
All right.
Crispy X, hi Bob, hi Will.
Hey.
Mark Murray, do you think if this Pokemon movie does well that we could get a new Mario movie to make up for the previous one?
Well, they are making a new Mario movie.
It's just
With it's Illumination, the Minions people.
they just barely it's just a thought.
Well, no, like they're making it, and Miyamoto is like apparently like heavily involved.
Oh, well, how far are they?
So I think they're still in like scripting, and apparently like Miyamoto's like vetoing a lot. The head of Illumination just like did an interview saying like how the games like they have to do a lot of work because like the game story is like very simple.
You know what? Oh no, stop. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play Burgundy Burnout's version of this because we're at see Indeed. So sorry, Burgundy. Also Trep didn't hashtag us, but he says, are you guys on Spotify? No. You should at Spotify though.
That's been a issue.
It's been a problem.
Yeah.
We're upset about it. All right, enough of the hashtag.
Yes. Last week's WDL. That's Wulff Den Live.
That is, yeah. I think for a second.
Techstone. I guess I'll never know until I find something officially from the company. I started off calling it 8-Bit Dough. Someone said they got an email from 8-Bit Do which said it was dough to match dough in Nintendo. I read somewhere else when a word ends in do, it's pronounced as dough. like Tornado, Weirdo, Colorado, Nintendo. The problem is that 8-Bit Do is not close enough to Nintendo for most people to see it as a nod to the word Nintendo. If the company was Ninbitdo or 8tendo, it might work, but 8-Bit Do is 3 separate words, 8-bit and do. Do is a word. Do as a word is pronounced do, which is also what the conversation has become. Do. That's really...
You went down a wild rabbit hole there. Here's the thing. I called it 8-bit dough, like Nintendo. 8-bit dough, because it is like Nintendo. They make a lot of Nintendo-style products.
Yeah.
So I called it 8-bit dough for a while. Then I learned that they make speakers, Bluetooth speakers, and when you turn them on, they say 8-bit do.
Okay.
No. Yes, 8-bit do.
Yeah.
I'm having a
because
aneurysm
in like
thinking
your
about
most
this.
recent video about their controllers, you said it's 8-bit do because you heard it from the company.
I heard it, yeah. Well,
in reference
I
to
actually
the
never
speakers.
heard it. I heard other people say that the speakers say 8-bit do. Yeah, 8-bit do.
Okay.
So I say 8-bit do.
Okay.
And if I say 8-bit do, I'll get comments that say it's 8-bit do. And if I say 8-bit do, I'll get comments that say it's 8-bit do. So there's no winning.
There really is only one way to
I think
settle
there's
this.
a YouTube video of the Bluetooth speakers, and it does say 8-bit do.
Yeah.
The company probably doesn't even care. Call it whatever the hell you want to call it.
Sell the speakers anymore?
It seems like they're just controllers now.
Yeah.
Crispy Crusade says, I've never listened to a podcast that is this ill-informed and ignorant to the topics discussed. It is painful to listen to this podcast. See you later, Crispy Crusade.
It is a pain in the ass to listen to. What were we getting
Like,
wrong?
share, and subscribe.
Everything?
What did we talk about
I
last
don't
week?
even remember.
We get a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
We're not games journalists.
No.
You want that? Go watch IGN.
Yeah, we're two fans who just talk out of our butts.
You're going somewhere else with that F word.
Yeah.
CM Punk forever.
Yeah.
Could you do a video on Black Friday deals for the Nintendo Switch? I was going to talk to you about doing Black Friday deals. I guess we'll just have to do it next week. But then it'll be like too late.
Well, no, it'll be like the day before. I still feel like that's enough time to...
So we'll do it next week.
And yes, I miss CM Punk too.
Wesley Patterson. So, where am I? So, did I misunderstand the whole deal with the Piranha Plant? Is he not just for people who pre-order the game? He's for people who get the game early. You have a month to claim the Piranha Plant.
For free, specifically.
Yeah, you could pay for it afterwards, but if you get the game early and register your game with My Nintendo Points or whatever, you get the Piranha Plant when it comes out.
Yeah.
So you have a month to claim it. They just say to pre-order it so that when you're one of the first to get the game.
Yeah. And because every game company wants you to pre-order things.
Yes. I cannot pronounce his name. There's a lot of consonants. Starts with a K. Oh, God. Finally, someone who shares my view about Diablo Immortal. Yes, it was communicated poorly. That must be why we're idiots.
Maybe.
Diablo Immortal. Yes, it was communicated poorly, but on the other hand, nobody promised Diablo 4 will be at BlizzCon, and it was well known that they are working on multiple Diablo projects even before BlizzCon. Of course, one of them will be a mobile game. I really don't get why people get so upset. Diablo Immortal isn't even really made by Blizzard, so they aren't wasting any resources or taking them from potential Diablo 4. Yeah, I think the problem is just that they announced it poorly.
Yeah.
And people really want Diablo 4.
Yeah.
So people were upset.
Again, like, it took them forever to announce Diablo 3. So why expect it to come out like so soon after Diablo 3 came out?
I get why people are upset.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately I do too, but
Yeah. But it's not Diablo Immortal's fault. It's Blizzard's fault.
yeah.
Andrew Young in the chat. Now we're in the chat. Says, did you get Smash Brothers early?
No.
Nope. Didn't even get Pikachu early.
No.
Let's go Pikachu.
We did play it at E3.
We did play it. Flea says, Bob hand in pants. Just saying. Was it? I think I had my hand in my pants on national internet.
I mean, he is the basis for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He wouldn't lie
True.
to you. Yeah.
Mark Murphy, I wonder if Nintendo made that trailer without music on purpose. That way they could see all the memes and music added to it.
I feel like no.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nintendo's not down with the memes.
They really aren't. And I feel like if anything, Nintendo would be pissed that we were taking like their video, like and repurposing it for our own.
Yeah, they're probably CDing all of them.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I was going to make my own, but then I got tired.
Andrew Young also says you should make a video about Pokemon Let's Go this Friday. First of all, don't tell me what to do.
Don't do that.
Second of all, I want to. However, I'm probably going to get the game when everybody else does.
Yeah.
And which will be on Friday. And I got things to do on Friday. So it's a rough life, you know?
Beats Forte, thoughts on all of the hands-on videos about the PlayStation Classic seeming okay/not great, coming off like Sony half-assed it.
Spawnwave had some good stuff on Twitter. He said that the NES Classic, or the SNES Classic, well, I think it was the SNES Classic, can run the same open source PlayStation 1 emulator that the PlayStation Classic can.
That's interesting. Wouldn't then theoretically the NES Classic, because it's the same board?
I think so. I think you're right.
That's interesting. I was like looking at a lot of like the hands-on stuff, and I can't tell if like journalists are being too hard on it or not. Because it is very basic, but then again, the NES and SNES classics were very basic. I mean, I guess presentation-wise, it was a little bit more.
They were prettier, and it was its own proprietary UI and emulator and stuff. Whereas the PlayStation Classic is an emulator that you can download that some guy made. You know, it's not.
Right.
It's not like Sony just took an emulator that exists and put it on a friggin' board, like a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Like they didn't put as much thought into it as somebody like
I mean,
Nintendo
like
did.
the design of like the UI and stuff does look like a retro PlayStation aesthetic, but I guess like not to the extent that the NES Classic looks like a retro Nintendo aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because like it doesn't look like they put a lot of effort into it, but I feel like that might be too critical of it.
I think it's just what it would look like if anybody but Nintendo made a classic console.
True.
This is just what we're going to get.
Yeah.
When Sega makes theirs, it's going to probably be similar, you know? But I guess those are more classic
but
games.
then with Sega, like when they do the Genesis collection, like the UI in that is really good. It looks like, you know, it's got like the 90s room in there and stuff.
Well, Sega's hit or miss.
True. But
We got $2 super chat from Trevor. He says, they actually are using Diablo devs on Immortal. The thing with video games is that when they're going to make a game, they hire for that game.
yeah.
You know? So, like, if they weren't making Diablo Immortal, they wouldn't have those people who are working. Diablo Immortal they outsource it to another company. I'm sure that they have people at Blizzard who are working on it too.
Yeah, I'm like the other company is like the primary developer, but they probably have people from the Blizzard team like working on it, helping them out, like making sure it feels like a Diablo game.
Yeah. I still don't think any more resources are being taken away from Diablo 4.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. They're a freaking game developer.
Yeah.
They got plenty of games coming out, and they have teams working on all of them. And they wouldn't have more of those people working on the same game, you know what I mean? They diversify pretty well. Flea again says, you guys skipped my comment from the last video. Has cloud excuse me. There's like a lot of comments. We answered 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry that you didn't make it. We're talking. It's like we're talking exclusively to you in this friggin' Q&A for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, has cloud saves been confirmed for Smash Bros. Ultimate yet? No.
I thought it was.
Was it?
They said that cloud saves were supported for a game that was initially thought wouldn't be supported.
Oh, and people just think Smash Bros. Is that game.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be supported because the game's not out yet. They have time to figure that out, you know? Ashley. Hello, Ashley. $2 super chat. Am I late?
Very.
Yes, but thank you for your late tax.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to read a few more here.
Okay.
Beast Forte, thoughts on all the hands-on video. Oh, we read that already.
Yeah, I read that already.
Fine. Jake Gamer 78. Bob, what season are you in on My Hero Academia, and what is your favorite episode? I think they just ended the 3rd season, so I think I watched all of it so far. Favorite episode? I don't know. I've only watched every episode once. I really liked the hero killer saga situation. It felt very Dragon Ball Z because it was like 5 minutes of fighting, but dragged out for like 3 episodes.
He's getting too powerful.
Yeah, but it was good. It was also really, really dark.
Yeah.
For what is essentially a kids movie, and nobody ever dies. Except one character died, but like you always feel like they're going to, and it's going to be really sad and dramatic.
Still Cage, do you guys think it's better to get a GameCube adapter and grabbing a controller, or just buying more Joy-Cons? I guess for Smash.
I don't know. I need to play with all of these, and I need to play with all of these on Smash.
Yeah.
Which is going to suck for us because we're going to get crushed in the search for controllers with Smash. But you can't test these controllers on anything but Smash because they're made specifically for Smash.
I feel like, at least like from my experience with Mario Kart on Switch, a lot of people will just use the Joy-Cons on their side. And I feel like people are going to do that for Smash. Like the more casual players will do that.
Absolutely. Because that's all they have.
Yeah.
I think most people are going to be just fine with a Pro Controller.
Yeah.
Or even just the Joy-Con grip.
But the problem is, like, Pro Controllers are the most expensive. Like $80.
Yeah, but if you have it already, I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I feel like I'm going to like using the Pro Controller a lot. I kind of like the GameCube controller. My biggest problem with the GameCube controller on the old Smash, on any of those Smashes, is that the LNR have a lot of travel.
Yeah.
And plus, GameCube controllers, they're old, they get crappy.
Yeah.
So I might like one of these new style GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. Because this one, the Hori one, has buttons.
Yeah.
They're not like big analog buttons. They're like switch buttons. So I don't know. I'm going to read one more. Will you pick one more?
Okay.
Anirv says, could Pokemon pull a Wii and kill the hardcore audience?
No.
I don't get it.
I think he's referring to like Let's Go and like how the Wii was like really popular with the casuals, but didn't really care about the hardcore. If Pokemon Let's Go is going to like be a signifier that have a Pokemon.
2019 will solve everybody's problems with Let's Go. If you think Let's Go is going to be too kiddish and too like casual for you, just don't get it. And then wait for 2019. But I'm sure Let's Go is going to be just fine. It's going to be a nice little throwback for you. You're going to have a good time.
I just had one.
Well, Sean Girl says, Bob, do you recommend the GameCube controller for Mario Odyssey? No.
I don't think it would work.
I don't think it would. Well, you won't be able to throw Cap. Well, you can throw Cappy. You just can't aim Cappy or do any of the motion control moves. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Also, the thing with the GameCube controller is that the A button is the big button.
Yeah.
But the B button is the one that you use the most on a Pro controller.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Mm-hmm. GameCube controllers are weird for modern games. Did you get one yet?
I had one. Shut up. I hate you. Mark Murphy. Bob! Did you see the Smash trailer that uses Prince's 1999 because Smash 64 came out in 1999? I did not see that.
No. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for chatting with us. As always, Wulff Den Live is every single Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on youtube.com/WulffDen. If you can't make the show for any reason at all, we always put it up again on Thursday as an archive version for you to watch on demand whenever you want. If you prefer to listen to us rather than watch us, you can do that as well. We are an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher. Not Spotify, sorry. But if you listen to us on any of those platforms, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review us because that helps us with placement on those respective stores. And make sure you rate us 5 stars because they tell you to say rate 5 stars.
So we'll be playing Pokemon and whatnot. Tomorrow on this Thursday, I'm gonna stream Heart Gold until midnight, and then I'm gonna play Pokemon Let's Go when that comes out.
Yes.
I want to try to get a video out Friday or Saturday about Let's Go, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. We're gonna have new clothes.
Yes.
Launched.
Stay tuned for that.
On Monday. So I have one hell of a weekend going, Will. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a Pokemon Go video, a Pokemon Let's Go video on Tuesday. For sure. 100%, without a doubt. But I want to have one out before that. I don't know if that's going to happen. On next week's Black Friday also.
Yeah.
We got this so much.
It's going to be busy.
So much.
Busy time.
But save your ducats for some Wulff Den apparel.
Yeah.
There'll also be some deals. Thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye.